Hello everyone out there. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the reality of God. My name is Ron Farina and today is going to be a very special video because now I'm back in Texas. So I figure, you know what? Let's go down memory lane today. Let's go back to the days when I went to school and I spent 5th grade all the way up to 12th grade here in this town in Texas. And I just want to reminisce. I want to, have you guys come with me and join me for this today. So we're going to start off at the very first school that I came to, and that was called Norwood Elementary School. Now, I am in the city of Burleson, Texas. If you don't know where that is, it's a very, very southern suburb of Fort Worth, Texas. And this is where it all started. This is where I pretty much got my first girlfriend here, and I remember Joanna, and I remember, a lot of things, my homeroom teacher, Mr. Dunn. I called him Wyatt Earp. That guy was like a cowboy, big, tough, rugged guy, and all that. So, but I'm back here in the playground area, but I'm not going to walk around too much. It's very hot today, so we're just gonna look around and just kind of make it kind of fun today. So reminisce with me, guys, as we explore Burleson, Texas, and let's do this. All right, so it all starts back here. I remember. Now I think they probably added on to this school quite a bit, but back there I remember doing recess back there. Again, this was never here when I was here in 5th grade, but they got basketball courts over there, and yeah, it goes way back there. It's kind of crazy how that all turned out. But let's kind of drive around a little bit and I'll show you the school. So yeah, there's the front of the school. I remember getting dropped off from the bus. I had to take the bus. And funny story, when there's the other front of the school. It looks like they've built onto it, and obviously looks like a new building. But I just remember, as a kid, that I was on the bus and I had a little accident.
Oopsie.
I ended up, we're going to go to the back. I'll show you where the recess area was. So anyways, I had a little accident. I was on the bus. I was feeling very sick, but my mom made me go to school anyways because I was not a kid who liked going to school. So sometimes I'm not proud of it, but I would call in sick. Yep, there's the back. That's where we used to play a game called Butts Up. Right there. Sorry about my camera angle. Well, anyways, I'm getting off the bus and I threw up a lot.
That's shocking.
And the bus driver got so mad at me. He got so mad at me that he was like, look what I have to do now. Look what I have to do. He didn't feel sorry for me. I just threw up on the bus. He was like, look what I have to do now. I have to clean all this stuff up. And I'm just like, I'm sorry. And I ran to the nurse's office and they called my mom. And I know my mom felt bad because I really was sick that day. And so that's just a funny story, funny memory. Those were the days. So anyways, that's where I played every day at recess, going up over there. We used to play a game called Butts Up. That's when you take a tennis ball and you try to catch the ball. If you miss the ball, then you have to go up on the wall and you have to get this tennis ball thrown to you at your behind. So it's a stupid game, but that was 1984, 85. So those are fun times back in those days. So anyways, let's head now this was 5th grade, so let's head now to the private school I went to and I'll show you that one. All right, we are at our second destination, my second school actually. It used to be totally different looking, but it was a private school, it was a church. And it was First Assembly of God in Burleson at first, and now it's Lifegate, but I'll show you the building. I'm not going to walk around because there are people here, and I don't want to, I don't want them to think that I'm weird. But I remember we took a lot of our like class photos out here, and I'm going to see if my mom has one, and I will post it on here if I can find it. But yeah, so let's take a drive around the back. All this used to be just grass. It used to be, we would go back here as kids, and we would here, let's roll down the window here. We would play like football. I remember we would do all our like exercises and physical education classes out here. This was all like just, grassy area and so forth. But yeah, it's just crazy that now all this is just grown so much. But fun fact is my father actually like subbed, I should say he
Today, Junior?
kind of pastored here, I guess. But yeah, I remember the front there. There's the front of the building. I remember just being out there, and right in that building, I remember I almost got in a fight with this one kid because he just would not stop irritating me. So I threw my backpack around, and I was about to slug him, and he just backed up. My mom came and picked me up, and yeah, we ended up being friends, surprisingly enough, in the 7th grade. So it was kind of a funny story. But yeah, right in that area over there is where we I almost got in a fight with that one guy. But that was back in 6th grade. So, and this is where I went to high school, folks. This was the, my old Elma's mother. It's now I think it's the junior high school now, but I could be wrong. It says collegiate high school, so I don't know if that means like special high school for anything, but yeah. So I remember every morning this would be our entrance, and one guy tried to start a fight with me right over here for no reason. Oh no, it was at that bench right there. That bench is where just some guy it's like, actually his girlfriend was like next to him, and then they said, and she just dared me, to because I was coming out of the cafeteria. Cafeteria was over there, and then the guy was sitting right there, and I went and I was like, I don't even know you. Why would I want to fight you? That sort of thing. So, and right there is the entrance and all the. Yeah, so this was where I went to high school. I think that's the gym. I believe it is, but I could be wrong. So, yeah, this is where I went to high school.
I was not aware of that.
Crazy to think about, but yeah, so kind of make a trip around the school, kind of show you where I hung out and did all that fun stuff. Sorry if I'm shaky with the camera here. I'm not used to driving and shaking. And then back here is where this is where we would this is I think where we'd have our plays and everything over here. Student parking was over here. I remember taking my old crappy cars and parking out in this area. You had some of the people there would coming in with beautiful cars, and of course, they were dressed to impress, and they had like all these beautiful cars over here, and this was student parking back in the day. Again, I don't think kids are old enough. There's the football stadium. They built a new one, obviously. And I remember going to games here. And the games are exciting. Friday night football was very exciting in Texas. It's their thing here. And So that's the football area. It is now run down. They used to have bigger bleachers than that, but I guess they tore those down. And a bunch of school buses over this way. So yeah, this is crazy. So now I'm going to take you to I'm going to one of my favorite places. It's still in business. It's still running. Best tacos ever. Like I swear up and down, they were the best. I would go there almost every day after school to have tacos, as long as I had money. So I'm gonna grab some tacos. It's called Fast Tacos. So let's get some tacos. All right, so now we're heading to the old homestead. The homestead where pretty much spent my whole school life here at this home. I remember riding my bike down the street, and it's like Murphy, and then heading over to Parkview Court. I remember this, all these hills and everything. I was like, I always thought it was cool to have a hill over there. But all right, so here's Parkview Court, and we're gonna go see the old homestead here where I pretty much grew up. Yep, there she is, right in front. That is crazy. Next door, they used to live, the Van Husens used to live there, and that was my neighbor from, yeah, he was kind of annoying sometimes, but there it is. I remember having a lot of fun back in that backyard where I would set up, because I lived in Texas, I would set up lights and oh, this neighborhood just kind of went down the drain, I hate to say. But I would set up lights, and I would play like baseball and all those kinds of like cool things, because I would have to do it at night because it'd just be so hot during the day. That's the beauty of living in this state. It just gets so stinking hot. You couldn't do anything during the day, especially in the summer and early fall. It's just never going to happen. And yeah, so another story I'll tell you guys real quick. I remember I was driving this is a funny story, so try not to laugh. So I was I had my first car, which was a 1972 Oldsmobile. And that thing was huge, And when you drove it, it was it kind of had that, that really bad shocks on it. Well, I get my license, and the next thing I know, I get to take the car out for my first ever drive by myself in the car. And what happens? The stupid steering wheel and horn malfunction. So every time I made a left turn, the horn would honk. It's like, and I am 16 years old. I'm driving my first vehicle, and then the next thing you know, I'm the stupid horn. I guess the wiring got crossed or something like that. And I came into my house, and I'm crying, and I'm embarrassed, and I'm just like, every time I turn left, my horn would go off. And I swear my mother just could not stop laughing. She laughed so hard. They thought it was the most hilarious thing ever. I was embarrassed, and it was like, are you kidding me? I just went through total embarrassment. Talk about ever getting a date. That's never going to happen. So just thought I'd share that with you guys. It's pretty hilarious. My friends, I have been waiting for this for years.
Oh boy, is this great!
I normally don't show myself eating on camera, but you guys got best tacos. I kid you not. I don't know what they put in these tacos, but oh my goodness, they are like a dream. So I'll put a little sauce on them. Take a look at that. Ooh, so good. I said I used to eat these things all the time when I was in high school. Me and my best friend Brent used to come here and hang out. He'd have lunch here and all that. Those were the days. I miss those days. Kinda. But, well, probably don't want to open. Hang on. Got to put this really good sauce on here. I think that's what makes it so good. They make their own sauce. They make their own salsa. And, it's a dream. All right. It's been a while, but the best. Same taste. Just like it was 30, 40 years ago. Oh, man. Oh. This place has been around for a long time. And, oh, man, it's so good. Anyways, I won't have you. You're probably annoyed by my crunching and all that, so I'm going to eat this. I'm going to show you the last thing, and then we'll end this video. But I'm going to show you the last thing here in a sec. Hold tight. Delicious. So good. All right. We're at our final place. My first ever job I ever got in my life. It's bagging groceries at excuse me, at this particular store right here. It used to be called Burleson's Market, but now it is abandoned. No! Closed down, shut down. Oh, my mirror in the way. Nothing but an empty parking lot. But this is where I used to work. I used to bag groceries, used to deliver to the customer's car right out that door. And I remember there was this cashier there. She was she was older than me, but she was kind of a funny lady. So this is where my former employer was. It's kind of crazy. It's called Burleson's Market, and I lost my job here because apparently, I think I did. It's such a blur to me. I don't even remember. But so we were in the back of the store at closing time. No customers are in the store, and we just all decided to sing "Happy Birthday" to one of our coworkers. Well, I guess the boss was in a bad mood that day, and then he just kicked us all out. I assumed we were fired, so but that's my little Bransom story. Yep, it's just wow, it's just crazy. All right, well, anyways, that's gonna be my video for today. It's so great to come back and reminisce and go back to memory lane of where I worked, where I went to school, where I lived. So much has changed in this town. By the way, Burleson is the hometown of Kelly Clarkson. Fun fact, you probably didn't know that. I probably have met her a few times, who knows, and didn't even know it, but probably did, but I digress. Anyways, I had to cough there. Thank you for watching, everybody. I really wanted to do a different video today, just do something, out of the ordinary, kind of get my mind off things and clear my head about, all the stuff I've gone through this last week. And I'm starting to come around. I'm starting to feel a little bit better each day. Each day it's a slow process, but we're getting there. And it's God. God is good. He's always there for me. He's always with me. And what do I always say? When God is with us, who could be against us, right? Right. All right, well, anyways, that's going to be our video for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you don't know Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, ask Him to come into your heart. Ask Him to forgive you of your sins, and your life will change forever. Thank you all for coming on this tour with me. I will see you guys in the next video. God bless all of you. Bye for now.